Warning, the following video includes opinions. Viewer discretion is advised.
I come to make an announcement.
I am going to rank every Mario Kart track in every mainline Mario Kart game. Get the heck out of my sight, Tor. And I'll be releasing a video once a month until I rank Mario Kart 9 in November. Unless Nintendo decides to release it in December. That would stink. But anyway, I guess there's no better place to start than with the first... Okay. Super Mario Kart is trash. Like, it's awful. Just know that most of these tracks aren't good, and I'm probably being generous to most of them. But I guess I gotta do it. Let's go. In a game where the main problem is it's hard to control the karts, having tracks that make it even harder to control the karts is a recipe for disaster. But then to make it even worse, they add these stupid blocks that are impossible to dodge. But not for the computers. No matter what you do, these computers will never hit these blocks. Which is the other problem with this game. The computers are stupidly good, to the point where it's unfair. And because these computers are so stupid, you're probably not placing high. Which brings up yet another problem with this game. You can't continue if you don't place top 4. This track takes the problems in this game and makes them 10 times worse. It's a circle. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's a circle. This has to be the worst looking track in all of Mario Kart. Believe me, that's actually saying a lot. Like, this gives me a headache to look at. Also, it's supposed to be chocolate. You can't convince me that this isn't dog feces. That is not chocolate. But hey, you know, it matches the rest of the track. The most interesting part is a giant mud pit that slows the car down. This track stinks. And probably does actually stink.
I hate you. I've always hated you.
I hate this track. Why they insist on bringing it back over and over and over. It's not like it was good here. In fact, this might be my least favorite version. Could that just be because it's in this game? Maybe. I don't know. I just hate it, morally. It's the worst Mario circuit in this game, but it's also the one that gets brought back by far the most. Yep, it still looks awful, but hey, it's not as bad as Choco Island 2. That's like saying Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate is better than Lightyear. They both stink. Mario Circuit 4 is Mario Circuit 3, but I don't morally despise it. I mean, they literally just mirrored 3, and did the most minor changes. It's better, but it's still awful. Hey, guess what? This is Mario Circuit 3, but they changed one turn. How is this the game that got 9 sequels? This game is trash. Also, where the heck are the donuts? It's still a circle. It's a well-disguised circle, but it's still a circle. Though it's not a bad circle comparing it to other circles, but this circle is most certainly a bad track. This would be in last place if it wasn't for the Thwomps. Without them, this would have been like the most boring track ever. But even with the Thwomps, the block guides that float, it's still trash. Ghost Valley 2, it's boring. Moving on. It's like the thing with the other Ghost Valleys that makes it so fun is there are a lot of cool shortcuts. This one it's got like one, but it's like the most boring one I've seen. Hopping over these little gaps and cutting corners is awesome, but it also has all the problems of Vanilla Lake 1. And, again, it's just a circle. But thank God, that was the last bad track. That doesn't mean the rest are good, though. I mean, just looking at this one, you'd think it'd be boring, but it's not. It's also just okay, but okay is amazing compared to the other despair that I've ranked so far. It has a bridge. I honestly forgot everything about this track mere seconds after I played it. Still isn't a donut! What the heck? This one is mid, though I like the moles that attach to the cart. That's kind of cool. That's it. And there still aren't any donuts! I'm hungry, man. Okay, this track has one of the funniest things I've seen in a video game. There's just this turn that leads to absolutely nothing, and it just says, stop. So you have to turn around, and at that point, you're probably so far in last place, you can kiss any chance of winning goodbye. Unless you have a feather, and then you can just hop over it. Also, the rest of the track stinks. But from here on out, all these tracks are good, for Super Mario Kart standards. It's pretty mid for the first part, but then it has the best ending to any racetrack ever. I am, of course, talking about the jump. This actually has a solid layout that I have fun driving on. Also has a really cool feather shortcut. Or you can just do that. Yeah, it's not as cool as the jump. Not anywhere near as good as its Mario Kart 8 remake, but it's still a solid course. I love the thwomps here, and the little jumps. Though, of course, nothing compared to the... This is the most iconic track in this game. Not like there's much competition, though. This is by far the hardest Mario Kart track I've played so far. But it's not number one. Should it be? Probably. But it ain't. Yep. This is my favorite. It's got a good layout, and if you have a feather, you can pull off some insane shortcuts. That's the reason it's number one. I mean, look at this! That's easily the coolest part of the game. Just kidding, it's the jump! Well, anyways, that's the ranking. Later.